Hi, I'm Shane Phillips, the Chief Executive Officer of the Phillips Group, a management consultancy focusing in HR consulting. And I'm here at the largest HR convention in the GCC, the HR Summit and Expo. I'm sitting here with Dave Williams, the Director of Human Resources Operations for Jaguar Land Rover. Thanks for being here. Why don't you tell us what's new, what's happening that's exciting in HR at Jaguar Land Rover?
Well, there's lots of things actually. I think one critical thing for us is about capability. The automotive industry is going through the industrial revolution in terms of both automation and electrification of vehicles, and it's critical for Jaguar Land Rover to find the kind of skills it needs to be successful in that world. That's a challenge for us because our world has been, from an engineering perspective, very hardware dominated in the past, and more it's about the software. So we literally need to hire thousands of software engineers, but they don't come through the routes that we might have historically hired through. They don't work in the places we might necessarily have always recruited from. So we're having to develop new ways of thinking about how we source the talent for the future, how we get the capabilities we need to be successful. That's our challenge.
So as you mentioned, we're going through this disruption. A big question mark a lot of people have is net, will there be less jobs because, electric cars have less maintenance, maybe the electric motor has a few less parts, etc. Are we looking at less jobs to create the same amount of revenue, or how is that going to?
I think it depends upon as always, it depends upon the choices that people make. I mean, if I just look at my world in HR, I actually think it's a fantastic opportunity. The technology that's coming will enable us to create an end-to-end experience for our employees that is far more intuitive, far more easy to access. People will be able to access and consume on their terms the range of services, things that we've put in shared service up until now, but also across our core processes of performance, engagement, talent. And what that means to me is it's my opportunity to keep getting those people, that resource, back into the higher value work all the time. And this is what automation has done through history. Automation has enabled us to release people into higher value work. Happened in banking at the end of the last 30 years of the last century. ATMs didn't kill banking, it enabled people to move into higher value work. That's what it can do for us. It's all about the employee experience. So I can get more people focused on capabilities. What capabilities do we need to be successful? How are we developing those capabilities in people? How are we organising in a far more flexible way? Fixed hierarchies don't work anymore. How am I working in a flexible way that enables me to deploy those capabilities to the point where I need them, when I need them? How am I developing collaborative ways of working? Because in a world where it's not about processes and answers anymore, it's about networks and questions, how we develop collaborative ways of working that enable people to get the answers they need. And leadership, actually. Leadership is probably the most disproportionate influence on the employee experience. How are we developing leaders that will help our people thrive in this world that we now live in?
Well, thank you so much, Dave, for sharing some insights into what's happening in Jaguar Land Rover at this moment in HR. And we wish you great luck and success as you go through this very milestone moment in your history.
Pleasure. Thank you.